Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family, and today I'll be talking about the possibility of a half-in, half-out position in more ways than one for Harry and Meghan. We've just heard the confirmation that Harry will be coming to the coronation, but Meghan will not. Could this be a sign of things to come? Some are saying divorce is on the way. I think that's too soon. Meghan will try and get everything she can in the meantime. And I've heard that Harry has regretted burning his bridges and wants to try the half in and half out thing, which the late Queen refused, but King Charles might actually allow. This would mean Harry working 6 months of the year for the royal family and 6 months playing father and husband in Montecito. It's been said that he's missed being treated like a prince. He's missed being one of the upper crust and is disillusioned with the life of a regular person. The novelty has well and truly worn off for him. He would much rather be adored as a prince of the UK and the Commonwealth and have all the attention that goes with being a working royal. And he's realised a little late that whether he's HRH Prince Harry, working royal, or just Harry in Montecito, he will always have to deal with the press, and I think it's only just sunk in for him. So he's thinking he may as well deal with the press from the position of a working royal. Also, they are missing the money. Harry definitely is missing the financial aspects of being a working royal and the perks that come with being close to a father who is now not just a prince but a king. Yes, big regrets about the bridge burning. Mainly because the advice from the wife was flawed, because she never really understood the workings of the monarchy. I think we can guarantee that we will see Archie's birthday party in the media, and every little event that Meghan has up her sleeve will be pushed on us. So it looks as if Harry is trying to aim to be a working royal 6 months of the year, and then the rest of the time he'll be out with his wife in California. Word has it that Harry wants to do this and fly back to see her. But she is worried about him being out of her clutches for too long. Although she's had enough and likes the free life, she still needs to hang on to that prince. So this will play out for a while, I think. I did think that they would both be at the coronation, and I do think that that was the plan, but obviously they couldn't manage to hire any suitable children. The headlines were, Buckingham Palace was pleased to announce that Harry will be there for this historic event, but Meghan will be at home with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. And then the palace said in a statement, Buckingham Palace is pleased to confirm that the Duke of Sussex will attend the coronation service at Westminster Abbey on the 6th of May. And then it goes on to say that the Duchess of Sussex will remain in California with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. And then it shows some of the reasons why they think Meghan decided not to attend the coronation. One was the awkward reunion. Relations between them and the rest of the royal family are at an all-time low, and Meghan would have faced quite a few awkward confrontations. And also, they have both spilled a lot of secrets and made accusations against the royal family in their Netflix docuseries. Another thing that would have been embarrassing for Meghan would be facing Sophie, the new Duchess of Edinburgh. We've seen Sophie really put Meghan in her place just by a glare. So the fact that Meghan would have to curtsy to her now would probably mean that she just wouldn't want to be there. Meghan made it clear she didn't need Sophie's help when the Queen suggested it, and so her stubbornness only plays a part in this. Also, Meghan would have to curtsy to Kate, and I think that she will just want to totally avoid having to do that. I've also heard that Catherine had a very big part to play in Meghan not coming. She made it very clear that she didn't think that Meghan should be there at all after all that has happened, and I think Meghan was probably worried about not being able to be given an inch, that Catherine would be right there controlling her every move as she did at the walkabout after the Queen's passing, where Catherine did admit afterwards that it was one of the most difficult things she's had to do. So you can only imagine how she would have been with Meghan at the coronation. Meghan would have most definitely curtsied to Camilla. While Catherine has no problem doing that, Meghan would absolutely resent having to curtsy to Camilla. She found it hard enough to curtsy to the Queen. The truth is, while Meghan is mocking the protocol, Harry is desperately missing it and all the self-importance that he felt as a royal. Omid Scobie has tweeted that, and I quote, "I understand that Archie's 4th birthday, also on May the 6th, played a factor in the couple's decision. Expect it to be a fairly quick trip to the UK for Prince Harry, who will only be attending the coronation ceremony at Westminster Abbey," end quote. Well, Archie has a birthday every year, and the King only gets crowned once. That's all I can say. Meghan is totally using Archie's birthday as an excuse. The real reason is the fact that she could not bear not being on the balcony, and I think realised that there was no manipulating or hoping that the longer they took to not reply, that the King would cave in and allow them on the balcony. Her need to be in control is a big factor. She knew she would be insignificant and probably loudly booed at, and couldn't take the risk. At least she could control what goes on in her home in Montecito. I did hear that Harry was desperately trying to reach an agreement and wanted to do this half-in, half-out thing and trying to get his father to agree to that before the coronation so that they could secure a place on the balcony. But it was obvious what he was doing and why he was doing it. I think it's possible that King Charles would agree to that, but not before the coronation. Harry's invitation was worded, and I quote, "by command of the King," end quote. Having been in the military, Harry's allegiance is to his King, and the King is also his father. So Harry would still feel the importance and be duty-bound to attend the coronation, whatever Meghan decided to do. And apparently she wanted him to go. Of course she did. She knew he needed to be there to keep the money coming in. I believe that fear was also a big motivation in Harry agreeing to come. This is why. Remember what Harry previously said. He said previously, very publicly, that his position hasn't wavered and that he isn't going to come if he feels the atmosphere will be as toxic as it was during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee and her funeral. He said that he wanted to reconcile with his family and that it's their call, but he said that so far nothing has changed. And talking about the coronation, Harry had said, and I quote, "There's a lot that can happen between now and then, but you know the door is always open. The ball is in their court. There's a lot to be discussed, and I really hope that that they are willing to sit down and talk about it, because there's a lot that's happened in 6 years, and prior to that as well." End quote. Well, it seems that the King has shown who's boss by refusing to take Harry's calls. Well, that made Harry sound very much as if he was calling the shots, and that he had more power than the King. Well, now it seems that the King has shown who's boss by refusing to take Harry's calls, being too busy to see him when he was in the UK recently, and now making it quite clear that there would be no budging on the balcony issue. He has won this round against Meghan and Harry. He absolutely had to, because the monarchy could not afford to be crowning a weak king who was losing control of his coronation day and letting 2 idiots call the shots. Some have suggested that the date for the coronation was chosen on Archie's birthday to enable a way for Meghan not to attend and have a reasonable excuse so as not to lose face. I don't think they're worried about Meghan losing face or saving face. I don't think they care. The most important thing, I believe, is to keep William away from Harry. I've heard that Harry is only going to attend the actual ceremony and then leave and go back home, which is probably just as well. So let me have your thoughts on this, now that we know who is actually going to attend. Do you think this could still change? Or do you think that that's it? This has been decided, written in stone. Let me have your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.